Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El, and today we're going to be talking about something extremely important, and that's color calibration for your monitor, okay? Now we're going to talk about this one right here, the Spyder 5 Elite. Now as always, I don't get paid to tell you things like most YouTubers out there that tell you things are great when it really sucks. I'm going to first explain to you why I chose, actually I'm first going to explain to you why you need a color calibrator and for who really this is. Now if you guys are just gamers or, you know, doing some light work on the computer or whatever, it isn't really needed. You shouldn't go ahead and waste money on this thing. There's absolutely no need for it because your games are going to look vibrant and everything just based on what you want to even change manually on your monitor. But also, most likely, your monitor will come properly calibrated for that situation. But the thing is, when you're this is for more people who are professionals who are doing things for, let's say, movie editing or visual effects, or working with Photoshop and releasing prints and stuff like that. Basically, this is a must-have unless you are able to spend thousands of dollars on a production monitor where you're going to get the best results. This is a cheap way and a loophole for you to obtain the same kind of quality you're going to get from a production monitor that's going to have properly calibrated colors and so on and so forth, which, to be honest, you're going to need this anyway, even for those. But the reason why is because, let's say something looks good to you on your computer monitor. When you're going to give it to somebody else, let's say an editor or a visual effects maker, or someone to release magazine covers or something like that, they're going to say that the colors look completely different on their monitor. Your clients, you might do a wedding, let's say, or whatever, and the color might be different, and then you release it. Or especially me, when I work on projections and I do visual effects for companies that are commercial, where you're going to see commercials on there or even see it on the big screen, what you're going to find out is that your colors will look completely different. And let's say you're raising the whites or lowering the blacks when you shouldn't, it looks dark, or it looks too bright, or the colors look more grayish or more whatever, more bluish, and so on and so forth, because a lot of monitors do suffer from that, especially on the LCDs that are not CRT models. You're going to find out that you have a lot of blue shift or green shift, depends on what you get. I know for a fact Asus, their what is it, the 42 inch, yeah, right, 42 inch, and the one that I have over here, which is the 27 inch, which I like working with, is more on the blue shift. So you want shifting on the blue. So you want to correct that definitely before you start releasing things and working on productions. And then what happens is you end up finding out your clients are pissed off, or you yourself are going to start to notice that it's not exactly, let's say, the color grading that you do on your footage. It's not exactly what you were looking for, and this kind of stuff actually reflects on you as an artist, or whatever you do, it's going to make you look bad. So this is extremely important for you to have. Now I know a lot of YouTubers are going to tell you some wrong information. Some will give you right information, but as always, I purchase these things for my own money. I have nobody supporting me, so I give you guys the absolute truth. I don't have these bells and whistles things and professional cameras filming me. I give you guys absolute truth, filming with regular cell phone camera here, and that's pretty much my entire channel, because I was sick and tired, obviously, of all the bullshit that was going around. I started my own channel on this end right here. So I am going to tell you flat out, a lot of people are going to tell you, for example, this. Now, you could get also X-Rite. X-Rite does great, they have great calibrators, machines for that, parts for that as well, just like this one. But to be honest with you, I have used every single one of them, and I got to tell you, this is the way to go. Now, I know I don't know why there's fanboys of either or. It's whatever gets the job done. And if you guys are happy with X-Rite, go ahead and go with that. If you're happy with, Spyder, go ahead and go with that. For me, I personally did not like X-Rite too much. There's always some give and take and some negatives and positives on both ends. They both do a great job if you know how to use it. For me, I come from a line of Spyder. So I'm used to this, so maybe that's why I'm a little bit biased on that end. But I'm not gonna report, say all that. Now I'm gonna tell you, most of you guys that are using it for light work, if you already have a Spyder 3, don't even bother upgrading. You're fine. But if you're working with 4K monitors and you're doing high projections on 8K footage and so on and so forth, working with the red camera or whatever, or even if you're working with picture cameras, that I do a lot of photography, you want to get the proper colors. You want to go ahead and get something that calibrates it at a higher level, that is made for a 4K monitor or 6K, 8K, whatever it has. Now you want to get Rec 709 and all of that stuff. You want to get the right the right measurements, the right everything. What you're going to want to get is this baby right here, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. A lot of them are going to tell you, oh, you're okay with the Pro. The Pro is the mid-range. Oh, go with the Express. Guys, if you're going with the Express, don't even bother. There's no need for it, because it has nothing to do with the professional, with Pro at all. Now, the Pro model, they say, is like a mid-range. Yes, guys, if you're on a budget, go ahead and get that. But to be honest with you, it's not meant for... today, most of the cameras that you're going to work with are going to shoot in RAW, whether it's picture cameras or whether it's video and so on and so forth. You're going to work a lot with Rec 709 and all of that other... you're going to work in 4K. You want to get the absolute best. I've used the Pro. I'm not happy with it at all. I used the Express, and I thought it was a complete waste of money and a joke. And I've been returning them all the time to B&H. And finally, I got this one right here. This is an expensive part. There's no doubt. They're over the $240 mark. But you can find them on eBay pretty cheap. On Newegg, sometimes they have them cheap as well. In sales and so on and so forth. But I would highly recommend, do not bother with the Pro or the Express. Go ahead. Go for the Elite. Believe me, if you're spending already money on a great monitor that shoots out, that has 4K and is giving you, you have good jobs and stuff like that is coming to you. You have to make sure that you guys invest. It's like when I remember when I was getting, when I was filming with a bunch of people and stuff, we were getting a lot of parts, and the guy was telling me, even though I spent a fortune on a camera, he tells me, oh, go for cheap sticks on a cheap tripod. I'm like, no, why would I do that? If you're already investing on a powerful camera, you have to make sure you invest in things. I'm not saying go ahead and be frivolous and spend money, but sticks, for example, your tripod, you need to make sure you get a real good one that can hold it sturdy and so on and so forth, with a fluid head and everything. You want to make sure you invest money in something good than something garbage that could be even harmful to your production. This thing, if you get the wrong one, will be harmful for your production in terms of when you're going to be giving them out back to your clients. They're going to laugh or look at it and be completely turned off and never hire you ever again. You want to make sure you get the absolute best things. So this is what I highly recommend. I'm just letting you know right off the bat. There's some pros, there's some cons. Obviously, you're never going to get 100%, but you come very damn close with the Spyder 5 Elite. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you the whole thing right here. It's from all sides, because you guys told me you like it when I do it that way. So I'm just going to tell you that. And this is, of course, you have to go and download the footage. Oh boy. And pretty much here it is. So we're going to open this baby up right now and get right to it. So here's my unboxing knife. Now the reason I told you why I do unboxings with a knife, and I think everybody should, is because if the stuff is defected or whatever, it's better to bring it back all in one piece instead of you with a ripped box and so on and so forth. Some of them would be really picky. So it obviously opens up in a nice kind of like Apple sort of way, with the iPhone and all of that, or Samsung Note and so on and so forth. So this is right here. It comes with plastic here. I don't know what the hell this is. Oh, okay. So this is, it tells you where to download the software. And of course, here is the Spyder. Okay, so right over here, this is how it comes. Very simple. Now, all of them I'm going to tell you, and of course it has the serial code for, the software. Now, I'm going to tell you that whether you get, whichever one you get, even the Express, this one right here has the same hardware in it. I really think it comes down to software, but that's pretty much it. Comes with a Velcro padding over here. So let me just get that out and just see how far this thing actually extends. because I know some people were writing to me about that, and they said they wanted to know how far it extends. So guys, this is a pretty long wire. You could stretch this out pretty much. Now the thing that I like about this that I didn't like about this one right here, the Spyder 3, you would have to hang it like this and try to balance it to get to the middle, right? This one, what I like about it is it has a counterbalance, okay, system. And you see you can stretch it here, or, you know, how far as you need, and then you have that counterbalance that's going to keep it stable for you to put it on, right? And then you put it right back on. And what's cool about it is it also covers, you're going to see, it's going to cover the lens, which is a very, very big plus. So you just put that in there. Where's that damn thing? I know I was going to get this wrong. And it covers the lens, so that's the cool part. So you cover it right away, and that's it. And it's pretty cool, because then, you know it's safe. Where in this one, obviously, the lens, all kinds of crap can go on it. Now, also what I like about this, I mean, this even has a hanger on it, the other one. What I like about it is it also has a thread for a tripod. I don't know why you would need it. I guess if you want to put it on so you always have calibration, then it's fine. Personally, me, I take this out right after I'm done. I don't use it for another month. I usually use it when I have a project, so every time before the project is done, I mean before I work on the project, I would use this to calibrate. Before I work on anything, I actually do it even every day to be careful, you understand? So that's how particular I am in my job. But if I'm not doing really anything, every month I would calibrate it and just put this away right back in the box, and I'm good to go. So again, this is something I highly recommend to professionals out there. If you guys are not into the professional field and you're just gamers or whatever, you know, all the power to you, as I'm a gamer myself, but I also work professionally. But if you guys are not into the professional world, don't get the Express. It's just not worth it. It's totally not worth it unless you're working on some projects. Now, if you're in film school and whatever, and you're on a budget, go ahead and go for that Pro. But to be honest with you guys, I think it's all a waste of money unless you get the Elite. If you're working even in film school, and you know, you guys are already investing a lot of money in a lot of things, you want to make sure that you guys get something good, and that you don't have to worry about anything. And I'm going to be totally honest with you, this thing really makes a difference. The Elite is really the only way to go, because you could fine tune, where the other ones are, you can't really go, you can't really fine tune into anything. So they're kind of limited, where this is not. Now the thing is, what I am going to tell you about this thing, the thing I never liked about the Spyder series, and I'm going to tell you this right off the bat, is the cheap wiring. Now, I never had an issue. This thing is very, very old. I had this, I believe, from 2000 and something. I don't know, it's like probably 9 years ago or something. And it still works like a champ. So, I mean, there's no issue, you know, with it. But for some reason, I just don't like it. Especially when this, you have to play around with the wire to get it to the thing. You would think it would be a thicker wire, or at least a braided wire. I think we've reached a point where we need to use braided wires on everything. Even on keyboards. I was very disappointed that some of the keyboards didn't come with a braided wire. It pissed me off. And obviously the Corsair did, and you know, and when I got it, I was all happy and stuff. But the thing is, I think this should have been a braided wire. I don't like cheap ass just plastic. And I mean, they last, whatever, there's a warranty on it, whatever, but it's just, you know, for what you're paying, a $250 thing, or $300 or whatever you're paying for this thing, you don't want to, you know, you want to make sure that this thing actually will last you a long time, even past the warranty. So that thing I have against actually X-Rite and what is it, Spyder 5, but it's the Spyder series. But like I said, I really dig this. I really think it's amazing, and I think that you guys should give it a try. I'm not going to show you too much works into that. You can check it out on other YouTuber sites, because everybody does it a different way. Everyone's going to show you how to do it and whatever. But the point is what results do you get out of it? And a lot of them are telling you, go for the Pro. It's an in-betweener. Click on a link. And that link obviously gives them a shit ton of money. They don't care. But the thing is, I am telling you the absolute truth. I think the Pro is a waste of money. I think the Express, or whatever they you call it, is a waste of money. X-Rite, again, with X-Rite, I would go with their flagship, with their top, and I would go with Spyder 5, their top, the Elite Edition. Now, if 6 comes out or whatever, go with that Elite Edition. I think everything else is a waste of money. That's just to be honest with you. And I think if you're a gamer like me, but let's say you don't do professional work like I do or whatever, I think you're wasting your money too much on that. And instead, I would invest in speakers or anything else. But this, there's no point for it unless you're doing professional work or even work for school, that you want to make sure you get proper colors and everything for prints. If you're doing art, or you're a colorist in training, you want to make sure you're getting stuff. I would stick to the Elite. So guys, I just forgot to read the whole request. This certain subscriber actually requested also that I tell them how to calibrate the monitor. So I'm just going to tell you, when you do calibration, some of you guys, I saw in other forums that you guys were complaining that it didn't work the way you wanted and all of that. So I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. In order to calibrate, the first thing you must do is close every light out of your room. If you can, even the windows, anything, make sure there's no light coming in. Now, of course, if there's a little bit light here and there, it doesn't make a difference. But if you want to get the absolute best calibration, close all the lights in your room. I like doing editing, color grading, all of that. Editing, actually, I don't care, but color grading and photography and any of that, or color grading in videos and stuff like that, I like doing it only in the dark. So my computer monitor light is the only thing that I have, and it's amazing. But I like to shut off every light possible when I do it, and you're going to get the best calibration ever. Because what happens is it picks up on all the lights in your room, and it can make, that's why a lot of you guys were that reported that you weren't getting results, whether with the X-Rite or the Spyder calibration. You weren't getting great results when everybody are getting great results, and you're probably wondering, why the hell are they what am I doing wrong? Well, that's what you're doing wrong. It's the fact that you guys are not calibrating in the dark. Because if it picks up other type of light sources, what happens is it tricks the monitor into thinking this is the way it is, this is the way the eyes see. Now, obviously, one day it's going to be, hopefully, the way our eyes see, and everything will be normal, and we won't have a need for that. But until this comes out, this technology, we're going to be needing this. But in order to actually make this work properly, you need to shut off all the lights in your room. In fact, right now I have no lights, only the monitor light coming on me right now, and you see that's already a lot of light. But it doesn't pick that up. It picks up everything that's coming to it. So if you're using yellow, lights that put up a yellow tint, it's going to screw up your your entire calibration. If you have fluorescent lights, it's going to screw up, or something more on the blues. Depends on what color temperature you're on. So it's going to ruin what the sensor picks up. It's going to go against what you really want, and that's why it's not successful. So shut off all your lights and start calibrating. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down below. As always, like I said, all of this stuff comes from my own money. I don't get paid to tell you bullshit. That's why I made this channel. This is all from my own money, and I do regular videos giving you guys nothing but truth. I don't even do Patreon services. So the only ways you guys can help me out is by spreading the word, of course, hitting a like on that video, commenting below what you guys think, and if it works or not for you. I'd like some validation. If you guys can put that in there and let me know what you guys, and maybe I can help you out a little more if it's not working right. Also, hit the bell button and subscribe. Subscribe definitely, as many more videos are going to be coming. And also hit that bell button, because that'll alert you. That's what YouTube did, so it alerts you the second a new video is out. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. As always, honest reviews from an honest dude like me. I have nothing to I don't get paid by these companies to tell you nonsense. So anyways, that's all you guys can do to help me out. Let me know what you guys think down below. Have a good one, y'all. But like I said, guys, this is just really cool. I love the way the sensor looks here, and how it has a cap where you can just chuck this thing in your bag and not care. Of course, I care. So I'm going to put it in the bag and the box over here every time I don't use it. So anyways, let me know what you guys think down below. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.